Hey everyone, so today I want to share with you guys my makeup inventory. I recently went through pretty thoroughly, I'd say, and counted everything. I did make a spreadsheet in my laptop, which I have on my desk right here in front of me. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at, my info. But I have 5 different, it's like an Excel spreadsheet, and there's 5 different sheets. So the first one is like the catalog. So I have, like face primers, and then I have each one listed. And with it listed, I put, the name of it, the color, all the information, the price, the retail price. Even if I didn't pay a retail, I just want to know, roughly what it's worth, because it's a lot to keep track of sales and everything like that, or if it was a gift. And then also, I decided to weigh it on my food scale. So I weighed everything that I have. Took a long time, but I did it, and I rate them all in grams, and I will be sharing that information with you as well. So this year I just want to see how much money I can get. I already spent the money. How much can I use up? How much worth can I get out of my collection? Also, I just want to see how much wear, because this year for me is going to be the year that I just focus on using everything, rotating it in my makeup baskets. I want to see more dips, more dents in, powders. I want to see pan. I want to see just a lot more wear and tear on my collection. So with that being said, I wrote down, I have it all categorized, and then I have a different sheet with just like the sole numbers, like, how many face primers, how many foundations, just like the strict number. I have another one with the total weight. So like foundations, I have 147 grams worth of foundation, that kind of thing. And then also the price, so like how much is my eyeshadow worth, how much is this worth, and then also my brands, which I always like to keep track of. So anyway, I'm going to go through the numbers with you, and then I don't think I'm going to share like the money really. It was a shocking amount. I did not think that my collection, I didn't think that I put that much money into my stash, but it also makes me, I'm not going to say I'm going to go on a no buy or a low buy. I mean, it should be a low buy, but I'm not going to be very strict about it. If I need something, I'll get it. I really have curved my impulse buying and everything like that. So just seeing, that I have this much money put into my collection makes me really want to use it and utilize it and not waste it. So that's going to be a big, reminder for me that no, you really don't need to buy that powder or that blush or whatever, because you've already spent so much money. You do not need to buy anything else, kind of thing. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So yeah, I'm not going to be comparing to other years. I do have a couple of these already, and I will link them down below if you want to see them, but I'm just going to be sharing this one. I kind of just want to, I think I'm going to update maybe like halfway through the year, unless if you guys do want to see quarterly updates, which I can do, no problem, but I think halfway would be more interesting than at the end of the year, so we'll see. Anyway, let's get into it. Face primers, I have 6 face primers. That is way too many. Ideally, I think I'd maybe want like 2 or 3. I don't feel like I need a ton of face primers. I just don't. Foundations, I currently have 2, and those are just like liquid foundations. I do have a powder foundation, but I include that with powders. So I have 2 liquid foundations. I'm cool with that. So yeah, that's good. BB creams or tinted moisturizers, I currently have 4. I'm okay with that. I would like to get that number down a little bit. I use 1 to mix, things, and then 1, a couple to use on their own. So I mean, I'm glad it's not higher than 4, but I don't think I need 4. Powders, so this is like a setting powder, like a translucent one, powder foundation, like my Hourglass Dim Light, just any kind of face powder that I would use all over my face, and like my under eye powders, like the ones that I used to set my under eye concealer, stuff like that. So any kind of powder, I have 9, which is okay. I do have a couple extras, so I would like to get that down. Concealers, I currently have 3. I'm really happy with that. I don't feel like I need more than 3. I use all 3 of them every single day, so I'm pretty happy with that. Setting balms, I have 2. The Mally Poreless Face Defender, I used to use that a lot more than I do now. I still really enjoy it, and I don't think I need more than 2 ever. So, I mean, I'd be fine with even just having 1. So, yeah. Facial sprays, I currently have 4. That's okay because I use facial sprays every day, and like the Urban Decay All Nighter that I really love, I bought it in a 2-pack this year because it was on sale for that way. So I did that. I don't really mind as long as I'm using them. Doesn't bother me. Bronzers, I have 6 bronzers. I would like to get that down, but I don't really know an ideal number. I feel like that's okay. I mean, it's not that bad. Highlighters, I currently have 5. I think that's okay. I do want to get a liquid highlighter like the Buxom Divine Goddess that I really like. I would like to get that just so I can use it all over my face to add a little bit more glow, but otherwise I'm okay with that. Blush, I have 21, which seems like a lot to me, but I really do like the blushes I have. So throughout the year, like I said, you know, I'm going to be doing my rotations through bi-weekly makeup baskets, and I've kind of decided, because I filmed them after the 2 weeks, so like I can tell you how I use the things, if I liked it, what I didn't like, whatever. I can kind of like give you my thoughts on the products that way. So if there's anything that I use and I just don't love, I think I'm just going to make this year like an ongoing declutter kind of, so that I'm constantly just, you know, if I don't love it, I'll pass it on. It's fine. So that might happen with some blushes. I'm not sure, but I'm okay with that. Cheek palettes, I currently have 4, which I'm really happy with. I am in the process of using one up right now in my Pan That palette, so hopefully that number will be at 3 at the end of the year. Eye primers, I currently have 1. I'm really happy with that. I mean, when it gets low, I wouldn't mind having like a backup, you know, ready to go, but that's fine. I only need 1 eye primer, so that's good. Cream shadows, I currently have 3. I feel like that's pretty good. I'm not crazy about 2 of them that I have. They're like stick ones. I do prefer the stick, but I'm just not crazy about the colors I have, so, you know, I might get rid of those and pick up 2 different ones or something like that, so I feel like 3 is a good number. Pigments, I currently have 4. I don't use pigments a ton, but the ones I do have are all super wearable. I did, you know, before have some that were a little bit too crazy for me, and I thought, oh, well, maybe I will, but I never will. So I'm glad that the pigments that I do have are ones that I will wear rather than ones that I'm just holding on to because I saw a tutorial once and I thought it was cool. Okay, small palettes are like a duo, trio, quad, or quint. Anything under 6 shadows I consider a small palette. So I currently have 5. I feel like that's fine. That doesn't really bother me. Large eyeshadow palettes, I currently have 12, which I am, you know, fine with. I am working on one for Pan That palette, and I am rotating my other palettes, so I feel okay with that. Single eyeshadows, I have 28. I do want to finish at least 1 single eyeshadow this year, maybe 2, but I feel like that's okay. I just finished using all my single eyeshadows that are in my Z palette, so that was really fun, and I'm glad I'm using them more. As far as eyeliners, I have 11, and that is a little high for me, but I bought a set of eyeliners, so I bought a 5-pack around the holidays, so I mean those are just the eyeliners I'm going to be using this year, so I mean that number will go down obviously. Brows, I currently have 4 brow products. I really think I only want 3. I have a tinted brow gel and a clear brow gel, and I think I just prefer the tinted, so I don't know, the clear one isn't open, so I might just, you know, give it away or something, or like see if one of my friends wants it, because I think I like the tinted ones better. I just like the finished, you know, look. Currently I have 6 mascaras. That's fine with me. I go through a lot of mascara this year. If you guys saw my year-long empties video, I go through a lot of mascara. I pile it on my lashes, and I also just, you know, because I use so much every day, I go through tubes really fast. So as long as I don't have like 1,000, you know, in my drawer, or what seems like 1,000, I mean, I know exactly which ones I have, so I think that's fine. Lip balms, I currently have 11. Again, I bought a pack of lip balms, so I'm going to be working through those this year. Like I said, I'm not going on no buy, but I kind of wanted to prepare myself so I'd have everything I needed pretty much for the year. You know, maybe I'll need something here and there, but really trying to just utilize my collection. Lip liners, I currently have 6. I really would only like to have 5, so hopefully I can finish one up. Lipstick, I currently have 36, which really doesn't sound like that bad. I know my numbers were really bad in the past, but I still feel like I can weed some out, maybe that I don't like as much, so hopefully that number will go down, and hopefully I use some up too. And then lip gloss, I have 17 right now, and again, I just want to try all the shades and make sure I really like the colors that I have, and if I don't like them, I'm just going to get rid of them, so hopefully that number will go down too. So for total, I have 210 makeup products, which I think is pretty good. I know in years past I've had like 210 plus about another 100 or so, so I feel pretty good. I have 203 of those products are cruelty-free by my standards. So that's really exciting. That's 96.7%. And I only have 7 products in my entire collection that are not cruelty-free, and that is 3.3%. So I feel really good about that. I aim to be about 95% cruelty-free. Obviously, closer to 100 the better. But, you know, sometimes I get gifted things. Like I got the Kevyn Aucoin contour book for Christmas. I love that thing. It's the best contour powder I've ever used. I just love it, and that's something that I don't want to like feel that bad about, especially because it was a gift and it's hard, you know, to explain to people these are only the brands I want, you know. So anyway, you know, I think it's okay to have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, so as far as weight, I told you I wouldn't tell you like every individual category because that's kind of boring. I mean, I only think it's fascinating, but I weighed everything. So this is everything, the product plus the packaging. I didn't go through and like try to figure it all out. So hopefully this number will change a lot this year because I will be, you know, I weighed it with the product in it, and then when I finish something, you know, if I finish up a powder and it's going into my empties, I'll weigh just the packaging and then make note of it, so at the end of the year I can figure out how much product I used up this year, and I think that would be interesting. So right now, product plus packaging, I have 16.5 pounds of makeup, which is like a little bit horrifying. Just like hearing the word pounds freaks me out. So that's a lot. That's a lot of grams. I need to work on that. So that's kind of my project this year. Again, I have spent a lot of money on my makeup. I'm not going to really talk about that. I don't think I want to share that, but that's fine. And then as far as brands, right now I have 39 different brands in my collection, and I just like to see how these change. And I wanted to share with you guys like my top 3 brands right now, because I think this does change too. So my number 1 brand right now is Makeup Geek. I have 25 Makeup Geek products. So I have pigments and eyeshadows, which I don't know. I mean, that's kind of like cheating, but whatever. That's my number 1. My second one is Tarte. I have 23 products in my whole collection from them. I have a lot of their lipsticks, blushes. I have my eyeshadow palette that I'm panning. So Tarte is definitely a good brand. I really enjoy Tarte. And then my number 3 brand is Bite. I have a lot of their like high pigment lip pencils and a couple of lipsticks that I made in New York and just things like that. So those are the top 3 brands I have right now, and I'm really kind of excited about that and excited to see that change. I just think that's really interesting, you know, to keep track of. So anyway, like I said, I have 39 brands. Right now, 35 of those are cruelty-free, so that's 89.76%. It's almost 90%, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I have 4 brands that are not cruelty-free, so that's 10.25%, or 24%, sorry. But you know, I feel okay. I am working on finishing some of those non-cruelty-free products up this year, so that number should definitely change. So anyways, I know that's a lot of information, and some of you might care and some of you might not, but I think it's interesting, and I highly would recommend making a catalog on your computer if you can, just because I think it's interesting. And then if I'm ever like online shopping or looking at things, I can quick check in my collection to see what I have, how many I have, you know, and just seeing the price of it next to, like, here I have my Murad Invisablur, and then right next door that's, you know, Sell Over, that's $65. Like, I don't know if I want to spend $65 on a primer. That's a lot of money. I could spend that, you know, on other things. So anyway, it's just interesting, and I really have enjoyed, you know, the way I've set it up this year, and I think I will continue to enjoy it this year. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you've posted a, you know, a makeup inventory maybe on your blog or Instagram, or if you make YouTube videos, I'd love to check it out. I just like hearing, you know, how people's collections change, how, you know, like what things, like I really love eyeshadow, but other people might be, you know, hardcore powder people, foundation people, blush people, you know, there's so many different, you know, things. So anyway, I just really like watching them. So let me know down below. Otherwise, yeah. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.